Millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Make him work. When you get close, he can't fucking fight in the inside. Trust me. How long you been trusting me? Get close to him and just keep poking. When I say penitentiary, put that knife in him. Put him in him.
I put on this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young, rich nigga.
Separate yourself. Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great. Non-stop. Keep the pace. I'm telling you.
Yo, what's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast with your boy, Coach Squeeze. Right back at y'all with another one. We got hit by that storm, man. We've been ducking it for the last 10 years. We've been just getting little flurries here and there, cold weather, blizzard-like feels, but we finally got that blizzard. We finally got that blizzard, man. I can tell you one thing, that sports sedan I got ain't nothing worth for this snow. Excuse me. I need to get me a SUV next time. God willing, I get me something that'll be a SUV. I needed it in this type of weather. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed the people with the RVs and SUVs, they was getting through the snow pretty good. All right, y'all, let me get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore Zone. GTD Promotions, redesigning minds, one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibad.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.noshletgallery.org. Go over to Damari page and check his merch out and his artwork. Support the mission. Shout out to Richie Baby for the 5 intros and edits. R.I.P. to John Boy. R.I.P. to Miss Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotion featuring Miss Nikki, a.k.a. Coach Brandy. Shout out to EOE, Education Over Everything, my brother movement. Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News, Stretched Out Boxing, Ant McQueen Boxing, Under Armour, thanks for all that you do. Four Corners Boxing, go over there every Wednesday night. Then check them out for 15 rounds of boxing, featuring Maurice and Jenny Jones. Shout out to Under Armour, thanks for all that you do. AO Clothing Line, Pro Soul Boxing Gear and Clothing Line, Richie Threads. Shout out to Miss Mona, Miss Yaya, Miss Sharon Whitley, Lord's 4500. Shout out to all of y'all who sponsor us. Gregory Pratt, Joshua Furlong, I ain't heard from him. Shout out to everybody that other supporters. I hope everybody's safe, staying safe through the storm if they got hit. Last but not least, official gear boxing. All the fighters wearing it. You can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box raw. Stretched out boxing. What it do? Lewis PO9ZW. Miss Melody Queen, salute. Senior say Miss Lloyd was feeling under the weather, so keep her in your prayers, Miss Lloyd. Pray that she feeling better. And that's what it is. We got hit with that blizzard. I knew we was gonna get hit. The way the weather was, it was warm the day before it hit us. But that snow was heavy, frozen, the ice, crazy out there. Crazy. But we here tonight. We here. Definitely we here. But before we get the show started, man, I just like to send my prayers out to all the people out there that's going to do something. Make sure you talk to somebody and work it out. Ace is the place of the helping hardware store. NM7MJ. Oh, yeah, y'all had the ice. Yeah, it's supposed to be icing up here, too. Crazy. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but I'm holding on. Holding on. Weathering the storm, called life, staying prayed up, humble in each moment. Just trying to make the best of this journey while I'm here. And just trying to keep it simple. You know, people gonna have their opinions of you. People gonna, it's crazy how people try to figure out what's going on in your mind. And you tell them where they wrong at, but they swear they right. But nevertheless, here, there. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Let's talk boxing, y'all. Muratalla versus Andy Cruz. Let's break this down. Do you agree with the decision? Melody Queen 27. It may be ice tomorrow. If not, I'll go in the office. They should just let me, if I work from home, then they could get a good 8 hours versus no work done. Yeah, it's smart to stay home on that ice. Ain't nothing you could do with ice. And I'm gonna tell you, I was shoveling today. Took me 5.5, almost, but yeah, about 5.5 hours to finish. These people driveway was buried in their front from the snowplow, and that stuff froze up, and I was solo. That was a job. Thank God I was able to do it. and not get hurt. But it was definitely a two-man job. If I had somebody with me to roll, a nice hustler, we'd have been all right. If I had somebody work hard just like me, that would have been, we would have knocked it out for like I said, another person that hustle, me and them side by side, would have been probably, we could have did it in 3 hours. 3 hours. Yeah. 2 hours, 45 minutes. Because you had to take your breaks in between. And the people was nice. They brought me out something to eat, something to drink, some Oriental people. That was nice. Nice of them. And I got to meet two good people. They were older, up in age. They ain't had no business out there messing with that type of snow. And I stopped and helped them. And I met them. So now I'll be checking on them if they need any projects done or help moving stuff in the house. And they say the next snow come, I make sure I go up there and just keep their stuff clean and salt it down. Yeah, it was. Salute Neil Greg 1, Boxing Center with Jay Smith. Yeah, that was that was that was a job. That was a job. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was a job. And it was cold too. But once you start moving, your body heat up. But you be wet under your clothes too afterwards. Yeah. But nevertheless, let's get back to the topic. Muratalla versus Andy Cruz. Let's break this down. Did you agree with the decision? Did anybody see that fight? Let me ask, who saw that fight? In the chat. Appreciate that, Ace. No other way to do it, Ace. No other way to do it, man. I'm just passing through here, Ace. And my main thing is setting something up for my kids and grandkids when it's my time, when God ready for me to call me home. I could just lead them with something. That's my main concern. That's what I worry about. Lock and lead them something so it could help them out, hopefully. Because my kids, that's another story. But my grandkids and stuff like that, leaving a lasting legacy. Because we all on borrowed time. But what y'all think about the fight? Let me get it kicked off. I watched it all 12 rounds. One of the scorecards was crazy, like 118 to 110. I don't know what the hell they was watching. The decision, majority split decision, I was cool with that. But that one scorecard was crazy. they say Andy was too small and no pop to keep Ray off him. Well, that could be true, but Andy boxed. He boxed. He used the ring pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. From what I saw, he talked about Shakur. He did more movement than he did boxing. Yeah, he did. Like I say, you know, he boxed. He boxed. He used the ring. But like Neil Gregg once said, Muratalla stayed on top of him, pressured him to make him get into the exchanges that he wanted to get him in. I ain't gonna lie. It could have been a draw. Could have went the other way. Just keeping it a buck. I ain't an Andy Cruz fan, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. They had 118, 110 on one of the scorecards was criminal. Yeah, like I say, like outworked. I could see that in some rounds. Definitely in some rounds, I could see that. But like Ace say, he ain't had nothing to keep Slim off him. He ain't had nothing to keep Slim off him. I think that Muratalla initiated the pace of that fight, and that's what it was. It. Now they calling it a technical masterpiece. Is crazy. Oh, maybe they talk about both of them. Yeah, but they done lost their mind. Some of the comments, great fight from both champions. However, you didn't win the world title fights on the back with movements unless you knock out the other fighter. The fight was very, very close to determine the winner, but I personally agree with the decision. The aggressor won. Great technical fighters. Yeah, I'm just reading a few of the comments. Andy bruised him up pretty good, but Ray kept dictating the pace. Yeah, what round this is? You could clearly see Muratalla, the big guy. Andy boxed smart though. Andy boxed smart. Lisa Smith, two up. How you been? God bless you. Who you got next week? I just came into the chat. T.O. or Shakur, you might have already spoken on it. No, Rize J7616. Thanks for coming over. I appreciate that. God bless you and your family in this journey called life. I got Shakur. I don't like T.O. Even if I didn't like Shakur, which I do, I still would have took Shakur over him because I don't like T.O. at all. I don't know. Stretched out boxing. Neither one is going to beat the winner of Lopez and Stevenson. I don't know. I think Muratalla and Andy Cruz could possibly pull that off against Lopez Teofimo. Yeah. Near one of them ain't beating Shakur. It was I'm watching in round 2. I gave Muratalla round 2 and round 1. He's the aggressor. He going forward, Andy in retreat. But first 2 rounds not really throwing nothing. What he did throw, it was looking like he was just trying to keep Muratalla honest and away from. He got a couple of good shots in there, but ain't follow up on him. Muratalla ate him, and he's circling pretty good. Standing in the center of the ring, circling. Nothing to hurt Muratalla though. To make him think about, yeah, Muratalla he was big, he's big. I feel they fought each other well, but they need to step it up for Shakur for sure. Yeah, ain't there one of them beating Shakur. Now, since we on the subject, do you think Andy Cruz was running or he was boxing by circling the ring? I gave Muratalla round 1 and 2. It was almost like, to me, Andy was boxing, but he was trying to play it more safe, keeping his distance, which they chastise and ridicule Shakur when he do it. And I've been guilty a few times, not much, but 1 or 2 times of saying he was running. But when I went back and watched the footage of Shakur fights, the ones they was booing him on, it was just a masterclass box. You can't touch me. I'm a point and get out of there. But these last 3 fights, Shakur been standing in there banging. Stretched out boxing. I feel he was using his feet, but wasn't throwing enough punches while doing so. Andy touched him. Muratalla face was touched up. He one of them guys that I think bruise easy too. We round 3. I think his corner told him you gotta stand your ground a little bit, cause he not doing too much moving, but he countering. But one thing he doing wrong is standing in front of Muratalla. That's why if he had the ability to keep moving and don't let Muratalla set his feet, I think he could have came out victorious. Yeah, he throwing, but he not even touching Muratalla. Rize J 7616. I don't think Shakur going to stand in there with T.O. like he did last fight. You're entitled to your opinion. But let's give Shakur credit. William Cepeda supposed to have been the boogeyman of the division. Everybody was yelling out, William Cepeda this, William Cepeda that. And if you ask me, Shakur made it look kind of easy. Credit go out to Cepeda. He touched Shakur at times. Well, I'm watching it now, Neil Gregg one, and I'm looking at it again while everybody on him trying to see if I see anything that I could say would have gave Andy Cruz the victory. But so far, we in round 4. Muratalla walking him down, Cruz slipping. But like you say, he fighting in retreat. He not the aggressor. To beat the champion, we always said you gotta beat the champion. See, walking. Yeah, I'm thinking too, but 118, 110 was like just over the top. 118, 110 was crazy. Yeah. Andy fought this fight on his back foot. We going in round 5. Yeah. He fought this fight in reverse. His gas tank crazy. I don't see no inside game from Andy Cruz. And they can say what they want about him beating Keyshawn in the amateurs. I said it two fights ago. He not beating no Keyshawn in the pros. I got Keyshawn knocking him out. He being too cautious, but not letting his hands go. Yeah, he can't. Yeah, Miss Lloyd, seeing you too. I hope you feel better. Get better, you know. I totally understand. Get better, and I say a prayer for you. I'm watching the Muratalla and Andy Cruz fight Miss Lloyd with the chat. I sure will. Yeah, I'm watching the Andy Cruz and Muratalla fight. Okay, he had a good exchange there. But the boxer source, what up, champ? Thanks for coming over. What you feel about? I know boxer source will give me his take. What you feel about the Muratalla and Andy Cruz fight? And what do you think about one of the scorecards? 118, 110. What you think? Oh, W Neville's 4043. I thought Andy Cruz won. Oh, that's a first in the chat. That's a first one. But I'm looking at the fight W Neville's while I'm talking to y'all, and Andy fought in reverse the whole 12 rounds. But I ain't gonna lie, boxer source. I'm watching it. Muratalla came forward for 12 rounds, and Andy was in 95% of the fight. Andy Cruz in retreat, but you gotta throw punches off of it. You got counter. Yeah, slip game tight. Now he got some exchanges in round 6, but not enough. I'm watching it now, boxing source. You're right about him not cutting the ring off. He was just following. Bozy, Mr. Bozy must have told him, you gotta pick it up, because he is trying to let his hands go. I think we in round 6. Tabu Apakabutu. Definitely Muratalla is the bigger guy. The fight was popping in the first 6 rounds. I didn't watch it yet. They say Cruz got robbed. Not what I'm saying. Cruz boxing smart though. He tried to let his hands go a little bit more. I think we in round 6. Good shape. Cruz in good shape. Yeah, you right. Going forward, but being on the outside and you the judges, he going forward, but they saying the back of him and he letting his hands go. Yeah, thanks, Tywoo. Appreciate it. Neil Gregg won. Could have gone either way, but Muratalla kept the pressure on. See, Andy touching him a little bit more later rounds. Muratalla answered back with a 6-punt combination. It was hard to find Andy in the Philly show on the ropes. Excellent defense. He was drawing at times, but wasn't landing. Here you go again, coming forward. I think this round 9. You gotta step it up. You gotta step it up though. Okay, Andy stopped moving in like the later rounds. He trying to fight a little bit. Muratalla was getting sloppy in the later rounds. Jab Queen boxing. Salute. Cruz was landing the jab early but tried switching stance. A lot of dude punches was blocked and missing. Cruz more offensive in the later rounds though. Good combination by Cruz. Good stab to the body. Good defense. Cruz circling the ring well though. W Neville's 4043. Andy Cruz upside going to be more than dude though in the long run. All boxing broadcast. What it do? Thanks for coming over. We talking about the Andy Cruz and Muratalla fight. I'm watching it now. Honestly, really, this could have been a draw. Yeah, this could have been a draw. That's that. I mean, even though Muratalla doing a lot of punches, but they not really landing. Like all boxing broadcasts say, same day weigh-in played a major part. Both of them was missing at one time. I think we in round like 10. Boxing source say it's the IBF. They have that 10-pound rehydration clause for their title fights. All boxing broadcasts say that's why I love the IBF. Old boy don't know how to cut the ring off neither. Oh, that jab bust Muratalla nose up. W. Nevels say that's why I saw aggressive coming forward versus footwork, pop shots, and excellent D. Jad Queen say we need to bring same day weigh-in back. Yeah, I yell at all the time at the gym. You gotta know how to cut the ring off. And a lot of people can't wrap that in their head. And he letting his hands go in the championship rounds. Even though Andy put on a nice boxing clinic, I still don't think he like done enough to win though. Neil Gregg once said, I thought Andy was sharper, but he couldn't break Muratalla down. Muratalla tough though. You gotta break that fool down. I think if Andy Cruz the beat on his arms a little bit more early would have opened up a lot. Even though Andy was touching him with the jab from time to time. Who's the better fighter? Fighter. I would say Muratalla. Muratalla the better fighter. No, jab queen boxing. I think this is championship round, last round. Yup. Round 12. They ain't really doing nothing like nobody's running away with it in this round. I noticed the 12th round, you tied a little holding. Nobody came out this round and like took it. This round 12 is a 50-50 round. Both of them swinging that air. And I'm sitting here watching it with y'all. Muratalla, all they did, both of them was head hunt the whole fight. Nobody punches. Both of them raising their hand. $144, 114 even. 108, 110 Steve. Your winner by majority decision is. Wow. That's crazy. Well, there you have it. I watched it live with everybody in the chat. I watched it live. From what I saw, what I saw, 118, 110, that was ridiculous. What I saw was nobody snatched the 12th round. The last 3 rounds were championship rounds. I wanted to see them pick it up a little bit more. They basically fought the same way for the last 3 rounds that they did early. Nobody stepped it up. Near one of them stepped it up. If you ask me, though, it just looked like Andy was playing a cautious role. Last mile 4057. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me, please, and then thank you. Crazy. Championship rounds, you gotta turn up. I see. I don't know how they got 118, 110. It's beside me. That definitely was garbage. But definitely was garbage. I think Cruz gotta pick it up and the early rounds take more chances. He really wasn't taking no chances to separate himself. 2 judges had scored 78-74 for Muratalla, 8 rounds. Cruz had to win the last 4 rounds for the scores to be even. Crazy. That's crazy. And that was a big fight for Andy Cruz. And he's still calling out Keyshawn, stop. Cut it out. He geek. Melissa Johnson 5966. I was there sitting 4 rows from the ring. Welcome to the chat. Make sure you smash that like button coming in, please, and then thank you. Oh, you can't really see nothing at that position you was sitting. But what's your thoughts, Melissa Johnson? How did you see it from where you were sitting from? All right, y'all. We can ready to shut it down. Great show. Thanks for coming over, supporting the Rize podcast. Muratalla and Andy Cruz. I think that definitely could have been a draw, but they gave it to the champ. Yeah, I agree. Jab Queen boxing. I totally agree with you. You gotta be moving forward, letting your hands go. Ain't no getting around it. Shout out to both of the fighters, though. On that note, God bless each and every one of y'all. Thanks for coming over. Be safe. If it rained or snow or ice, be vigilant. And I'll see y'all, God willing, Wednesday. Shout out to Lip Boss Smarmy, Coach Calvin, all assets in the National, Miss Louie Reed, and Mr. Will. And your boy himself, Coach Squeeze, in the building. Like I say, be safe. God bless. Thanks for coming over here, chopping it up with me. I was fighting, keep my eyes open. I was out there shoveling for 5 or 6 hours, so apologize about that. I ain't no spring chicken no more. But we on our way out the door. Peace and hair grease. Appreciate you, W Nevels. See y'all on the next one, Wednesday night. Make sure y'all come on over, man, and let's get these numbers up. All right? Appreciate y'all, man.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.